Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to check out what type of boyfriend Johnny will be. I feel very loopy with all the channeling I've done. Oh, we have the cosmic egg. Okay. So the cosmic egg is the last card of this oracle deck. That's why I'm like, Okay. Actually, maybe I shouldn't make fun of Johnny. I'll explain a little bit. Damn. Oh, and then we have the Fool reverse on the bottom of the deck. I wanted to point that out because that's also a major arcana card. So what type of boyfriend will Johnny be? Well, I was gonna make fun of him because the first card that came out was the cosmic egg, and I was like, really? The cosmic egg? Really? Okay, so the cosmic egg is the last card of this oracle deck, and it's supposed to represent the crown chakra. So the crown chakra is supposed to be someone that is super intuitive to the point that the individual can see beyond themselves. It is when people are able to connect to the divine, to spirit, and it's able to also connect to, like, I guess the way the whole universe kind of works, right? So that's why I was like, really, Johnny? You're that type of boyfriend? Oh, chill. But then, when I saw his other cards, I was like, okay, so maybe there's something here. Because we have Saturn, we have Pluto, we have Neptune, we have Strength, we have the Hermit, and then we have the King of Pentacles. So 2 major arcanas, and 1 court card, which is the King of Pentacles, which in this deck, funnily enough, is actually Taurus energy, or it's supposed to represent the equivalent of the Queen of Pentacles. But I digress. So all I'm saying is that he has a court card, he has what do you call major arcana cards, and then he has some planets that are, I wouldn't say they're bad, they're just kind of difficult to deal with because they're shadowed with mysteries and unknowns. And that's why I thought it was very interesting, because when you see all of those cards and then you combine it with a cosmic egg, we're getting that Johnny is the type of boyfriend that is very secretive, very mysterious, and he's like life-changing to his partner somehow, because we have Saturn and Pluto, so that talks about transformations. But yeah, anyway, so with the cosmic egg, we see this snake taking care of course, the egg, and the egg has all the colors. So it makes me think of someone that's very aligned. So this tells me that Johnny is an individual that is pretty centered. He's pretty balanced. He seems to really know himself very well, and seems like he, I want to say patience. So maybe he has patience, or he understands how the universe works enough that he is not necessarily too bothered if he has a lot of relationships, or if he doesn't have relationships, whatever the case may be, he understands the reason for that. So he seems to have a very deep understanding, knowledge, and wisdom as to how his relationships work, or how that path turns out. He understands. But yeah, with this cosmic egg, I wanted to mention that it feels like Johnny's the type of boyfriend that will definitely protect his partner. He will do everything to take care of the purity that his partner will have, whatever that may be. What else? I'm just getting a very strong sense of protection. So I got interrupted big time with Johnny, but let's get back into it. I think I had just finished talking about the cosmic egg. I don't know necessarily where I left off, but I do remember that I was pretty surprised with all the energies that we have right here. We have Saturn, Pluto, and Neptune. And I was mentioning something along the lines of, like, those are kind of difficult planets, not necessarily because they're bad, they're just about big transformations and the unknown with Neptune energy. So this feels like Johnny will be the type of boyfriend that will bring a lot of transformations to his partners, but it also feels like he could go through very big transformations in partnerships And I was going to mention with the huge interruption that I got that it could be a symbol that Johnny probably has a lot of blockages and limitations within relationships and partnerships. Maybe there's a lot of hard lessons that he has there. Maybe his Saturn is in his 7th house, which means that there could be a lot of delays and limitations and difficulties in his relationships when it comes to partnerships, usually romantic. That's usually when we talk about a more established romantic partner. Or he could even have Saturn in his 5th house, which talks more about casual dating and stuff. But I don't think he has problems with casual dating. I think he may have more problems with a more serious and established relationship. But then when we talk about Pluto, we're talking about very big transformations. These are very intense. It's a sense of death and rebirth type of transformation. You know, Saturn is more of like time and structure and like maybe teaching someone about that. So he could be learning how to have a very healthy relationship, or, you know, when you have strength and Saturn like we have here, it feels that Johnny is will be the type of boyfriend that, despite all the difficulties and limitations and hardships and challenges he encounters, they're all meant for him to grow, and they're all meant for him to learn from them and improve and grow from those difficulties. Because strength talks about an individual that is going through a period of taming the beast, or learning how to master the instincts that we have as individuals, or like raw power. So yeah, when I said taming the beast, I mean that as in our instincts and our wild side, you know, our lizard brain. So it definitely feels like in relationships, Johnny could be just constantly going through like an uphill battle. Like, it's always difficult, it's always challenging, and it feels like nothing is going his way. With Pluto in the Hermit, we have Virgo energy with the Hermit card. Here we have Leo. So with the Hermit card, we're talking about an individual that likes to keep to themselves. It is a person that prefers to go in very deeply to understand themselves better, to have a sense of awakening, understanding, and knowledge about themselves. So with this Pluto combo, it kind of feels like Johnny is the type of boyfriend that will have he will often go off to the side, or will have a lot of moments where he will like to be alone to just think, or he may but he will be in his head a lot, or very often. Like, it seems like he'll be contemplating a lot of things. He could be a little bit gloomy, or you know, what is the word? He could be a bit broody as well. That's what I was going for. But this is all to help him like learn more about himself and understand himself better. So I do feel like he could be the type of boyfriend that will definitely protect his partner. Like, he will treasure that person a lot, but it comes with a heavy intensity that I don't think a lot of people can handle or are comfortable dealing with. I do feel that Johnny exudes this sense of power and stability and a sense of control that could be very scary to people. But I don't think this control comes in like in a bad way, or like he's manipulating people or anything. I think it comes from a sense of, you know, he has tough skin because of all the hardships that he goes through. I mean, when you have Saturn and Pluto, we're talking about very difficult placements in the sense of all the lessons that have to be learned, and the intensity that Pluto brings. Again, it's a sense of rebirth, constantly destroying a part of himself to rise like the phoenix and have a rebirth from there, right? Like, growing from those ashes, right? So I guess there's a sense of like having a bunch of tower moments, especially in his relationships. So I do feel that he may struggle a lot in maintaining a long-lasting relationship, or if he has one, it has probably been for a very long time. I do feel that these hardships could be very hard on his partner, because it is of those things that his partner can't really do anything to help him through this hardship. They're all for himself, and they're all on his something that only he can go through. So I guess the best way that I can put it is that his partner, as long as that person doesn't get in his way, they'll be fine. And that person will probably need to have a lot of patience. Because it definitely feels that maybe Johnny is learning in this lifetime how to deal with relationships, or he may have a lot of baggage from past lives that, wanted or not, have transferred onto this one, and it just makes it very difficult for him to deal with any sort of romantic partnerships. But let's talk about Neptune. Neptune is all about what cannot be seen. It talks about the unknown. It can talk about creativity. It can talk about someone's intuition, being daydreamy, stuff along those lines. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. And then here we have the ruler of Scorpio and the ruler of Capricorn. So it definitely feels like the lightest energy that we have right here. And when I mean light, I don't mean like good or bad. I mean as in heavy or light. I mean weight-wise, is this Neptune and King of Pentacles combo. So Neptune tells me that Johnny is the type of boyfriend that has a very, well, not necessarily optimistic, but he tries to have a generally decent or positive outlook into the future, right? It feels like he always tries to, it seems like he's naturally very humanitarian, or if not, he likes to, he's very caring and loving to the world, because Neptune is not necessarily like that, but Pisces is. Pisces is a sign that will usually try to care for everyone, and is, I guess, a sign that is known to be very empathetic and very caring to other people. So with this Neptune energy, I'm getting that Johnny could carry some of that. Like, he's very nice, he's very caring, especially the people that he cares about. He will definitely take care of them. Like, he's not necessarily cold or distant. He could just have his times where he needs to just keep himself together and think. But he doesn't necessarily strike me as an individual that will just give the cold shoulder to his partner. I think, if anything, his partner will just need to be a little bit more intuitive and understand, okay, Johnny needs some time off. That kind of energy. But also with Neptune itself, I'm getting a sense of him usually trying to be hopeful and trying to, always look up, always trying to bring himself together, try to put all the pieces back together and rise again. Because if you see, this Neptune card is like rising up. But I'm also seeing like this daydreamy side of him. He tends to, I feel like he could be the type of boyfriend that visualizes the type of life that he wants with his partner, and then slowly work himself towards making that real. Or he may be the type of person that likes to talk about a nice future and tries to talk about having this beautiful life with his partner. So I do feel that that's where the optimistic part comes in. So there's a lot of like lessons that he may learn through his partnerships, but I also feel that because of those changes that he's going through, he naturally brings that to his partnerships as well. So I do feel that whoever dates Johnny in a very serious way will, if it works out or if it doesn't, those people end up with very big transformations as well, because of the Saturn-Pluto combo. May it be because they get inspired, or they get swept with the destruction that Johnny ends up with, or inspired with the rebirth that he goes through. I think that depends to the individual. Johnny's just going through the cycles that he has to go through, and whoever is with him will go with the motions of his cycles, and it's up to them how they deal with that, honestly. The other card that we have right here is the King of Pentacles. So in this deck, all the women and men are switched. So this is actually the Queen of Pentacles. And what I mean by that, this is Taurus energy. That's what I'm trying to get at. And so this tells me that Johnny is actually very caring. This tells me that his love language is probably gifts and actions. I don't think words are very big with him. I do feel that this is more like the action of protecting someone, the action of caring for someone are actually bigger. His physical actions speak a lot a lot more than his words. And I think gifts are also probably a big thing, because this King of Pentacles is Taurus energy. Again, the genders are switched. So this tells me, Taurus are very good at, providing food, about giving quality gifts, about bringing beautiful items and luxury, in the sense of Taurus is ruled by Venus. So I do feel that Johnny is able to provide this all of these material things, and being in action, in like taking actions that are very stable, very grounded, very persistent and consistent as well. And I also feel that he could be very romantic as well. I do feel that all of these challenges and difficulties don't really get in the way of who he is as a person, but it definitely constantly moves the ground he's in. So I do feel that has forced him to have a very rooted sense of self. And by this, I mean on his perception of himself, rather than, I guess, a more physical grounding idea that people may have. So what I mean is that he is very sure of who he is, very secure and very aware of who he is as a person. And that helps him for those times that it feels like life is putting like the rug under his feet, right? So I do feel that he's a type of boyfriend that has a lot of baggage, but he seems to have the strength and the knowing to not allow that to affect his partner, whoever that could be, or whoever it is that he cares about. And now that I think about that, I guess it makes sense why the cosmic egg is here. He's so aware of all the transformations and hardships that he goes through, that wanted or not, he knows that he needs to take care of whoever his partner is, to make sure that all of these changes don't directly affect, or that he doesn't project those insecurities or doesn't project those transformations onto his partner, because I do feel that this is not an easy task. I do feel that Johnny is he's aware of it, in the sense that subconsciously he knows these changes are happening, but I don't know how aware he is of it, right? Like, I don't know if he has names for these changes. I don't know if he knows where these changes are coming from or why they're happening, but I'm pretty sure that he understands that something bigger and outside of his control is happening, if that makes sense. I mean, I'm talking about this because of Neptune. There's a sense of like he's intuitively aware, and he has the crown chakra right here. So there's like how should I explain this? There's higher level works going on here that I don't know how I can ground this to explain to you guys. I'm pretty sure that a lot of this information will fly over a lot of your heads, so it's fine. Don't worry about that. So yeah, I'll leave that there. I hope you find this fun or entertaining. I, as a reader, thought this was very interesting. I'll see you on the next one, whenever that is. Love and healing from my part to you, and see you on the next one. Thank you for watching, and bye.